Hi there, all my crafty friends. Do you have trouble stenciling? I'll show you some great tips and tricks. Let's explore some other fun ways to use stencils besides painting. Stick around, today is Fun with Stencils Day. I'll be using rub-on foil, crackle paste, glitter paint, and a few other fun things you can do with stencils. If you're ready, let's make a mess. This first method will give you raised lettering and is super easy. I sprayed the back of my stencil with a repositionable spray adhesive for stencils. Just a very light coat, you don't need much. Now I'm mixing modeling paste with a little bit of gray paint, and of course you can use any color you'd like. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. It's fun to see what cities and countries you are all watching from. I'm filming from Las Vegas, Nevada in the United States. I'm spreading it over the stencil with a palette knife and then removing it. Just a side note, with all the methods I'm going to show you today, please make sure you wash your stencil right away. If any of these mediums dry on your stencil, it's almost impossible to remove. You can use this method for much more than just lettering. Anytime you want a stencil design to look 3D, just mix modeling paste with a little bit of any color paint. This can also be painted, and use rubs or dry brushing to make the lettering stand out. This happens to be one of my favorite methods. Again, I sprayed my stencil with the adhesive. I'm going to add transfer gel with a palette knife. This goes on white but will dry clear and very sticky. One of the secrets to great stenciling is a repositionable adhesive spray. Anytime I want precise stenciling, I use it. It stops the stencil from moving around and also stops any medium you're using from seeping under the stencil. You'll get super clean lines using an adhesive spray. The gel is dry and very sticky. I'm going to rub a gold foil sheet over it. The gold will stick anywhere the gel is. The gold foil came from decoupagenapkins.com. They not only have a great selection of napkins and rice papers, but also carry rub-on transfers, molds, modeling clay, stencils, stamps, scrapbook paper, and much more. Over 5,600 products. They offer several discounts. 5% on orders over $50, 5% and free shipping on orders over $75, 10% and free shipping on orders over $125. They're wonderful to work with and send out their orders fast. Make sure you check them out. I'll leave you a link in my description box. Once you're on their website, scroll to the very bottom of the page. If you subscribe to their newsletter by entering your email address, you'll receive an emailed code for 10% off your next order. I'm going to be using some glass bead gel for this next method. This is also from decoupagenapkins.com. Always rub the stencil to make sure it's sticking down all over, so you get nice clean lines. This stuff is so much fun to play with. There are tiny little glass beads all through the gel. I sprayed my stencil with adhesive. Using my palette knife, I'm spreading it over the stencil. The glass bead gel goes on white, but dries clear so you can see all the little glass beads. It's so pretty, and it's quickly become my favorite medium. If you're enjoying and finding some value in this video, please hit that like button for me. Doing so helps my channel to grow and sends this video to more people out there. That way I can continue to bring you awesome tutorials. Thanks for doing that. Make sure you click that bell so you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. Next, I'm mixing some of it with pink paint. And of course, you can use any color paint. I'll spread that over the stencil as well. after removing the stencil, this will need to dry overnight. All the products and tools I use in this video will be listed below in my description box. Each one has a blue link to make it easy for you to find them. The bead gel is dry and looks so beautiful, but now it's time to play with it a little bit. You can use it as just a texture and paint over it once it's dry. Or you can use rubs or dry brushing to highlight all the little glass beads. I used gold rub on the clear one and silver on the pink one. Which do you like better? Send me a comment and let me know. I love hearing from all of you. For this method, I'll be using Coarse texture medium. This is great for creating textures like bricks and rocks. I sprayed my stencils with adhesive, and I'm using my palette knife to spread the texture paste over the stencil to create some bricks. Now I'm mixing some gray paint with the texture paste. And again, you can use whatever color you need for your particular project. I'll spread that over the rock stencil and then remove it. I'm working on some great projects for the upcoming weeks. I'll be doing some decoupage, more 3D air dry clay, and mason jar decorating. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of them. You can see all the grit and texture. It actually looks pretty cool and would be great for the right project. This will need to dry overnight. Now that this is dry, I'm going to paint the bricks a red brick color, but you can paint it whatever color works for your project. And I'll let that dry for about an hour or so. I'm using some rubs to jazz these up a little bit and highlight the texture. I'm using an iced champagne on the bricks and silver on the rocks. You could also do some dry brushing if you prefer. Did you ever think you could do so much with stencils? And there's still more, so make sure you stick around. The stencil has been sprayed with adhesive, laid on my board, and now I'm going to spread some Crackle paste over the stencil. Now I'm going to add some paint to some of the Crackle paste and spread that over the stencil as well. And I'll let that dry overnight. Once dry, the cracks will appear. Wait till you see how cool this looks. Send me a comment and let me know what type of project you would like to see next. Decoupage, mixed media canvases, or more mason jar decorating, your suggestion could be my very next video. I answer every single comment I receive. I love hearing from all of you and look forward to reading all your comments. This turns out so amazing. You'll want to make sure you use contrasting colors so your cracks stand out. My stencil has been sprayed with adhesive and I'm going to mix gloss gel medium with some glitter. I'm using blue, but you can use whatever color glitter makes you feel happy. Any kind of glitter makes me feel happy. I'm spreading it over the stencil and this will need to dry overnight. The gloss gel medium turns clear, so when it dries, all you see is the glitter. It turns out really pretty and would be great for Christmas projects. And this is what it looks like dry. Isn't it beautiful? Now we're going to use some paint. I'll show you a couple of tips so that your stenciling turns out perfect. This stencil already has a sticky backing, so I don't need to spray it with adhesive. I'm laying it down on my board and pressing it all over to make sure it's completely adhered everywhere. Anything that's loose will cause your paint to bleed under the stencil. Now take your brush and dip it in the paint. Rub most of the paint off on a paper towel. Then hold your brush upright and lightly go in circles. The less paint, the better. If you need to deepen the color, just go over it again until you have the desired depth. Use a proper stencil brush. They work best because the bristles are stiff and won't go under the stencil. Send me a comment and let me know what fun things you have done with stencils. If I get enough ideas, we'll do a follow-up video. Fun with Stencils 2.0. If you're concerned about going over the edge of your stencil, just put a piece of painter's tape along the edge. I put together a playlist of some other tutorials you may enjoy. Click the picture on the right to be taken directly to that playlist. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking my picture in the top right corner so you don't miss any future videos.